Have you ever wondered how some millionaires accumulate wealth effortlessly while others struggle to save for important milestones? Are you concerned about your financial security, such as saving for a down payment on a house, your kid's college education, or planning for retirement? The truth is, building wealth isn't magic. It's about understanding the strategies and habits that make money work for you. If you aspire and break free from the 9 to 5 grind and achieve financial independence at an early age, then this video is for you. Today, I'll unveil a secret formula and strategy that the wealthy have utilized for generations. Surprisingly, many people remain unaware of its simplicity and effectiveness. But first, let's delve into an age-old story about a king, a game, and a single grain of rice. Once upon a time, a mighty king ruled over a kingdom so large that it took months for people on horses to travel from one end to the other. The king was incredibly rich and had more wealth than any other ruler of his time. Being a lover of games, the king had played and conquered every form of amusement available. Yet, his thirst for novelty persisted, leading him to challenge his countrymen to invent a game that would truly captivate him, and whoever could do so would receive a reward. Months passed, and just as the king's hope waned, a man arrived at the king's castle, seeking an audience with the monarch. He claimed to have devised a game of strategy that would leave the king in awe. Intrigued, the king invited the man in as he was curious to see what the man invented. The game the man presented was called chess, a game of intellect and strategy. The king was immediately enthralled by its complexity and elegance. Impressed by the man's ingenuity, the king proclaimed, "Name your reward, and it shall be yours." The man paused, contemplating his request. Finally, he spoke with utmost simplicity, "O mighty king, my desire is modest. I only ask that you place a single grain of rice on the first square of the chessboard and double it for every subsequent square. That shall suffice as my reward." Initially perplexed by the man's seemingly humble request, the king contemplated offering a grander prize such as gold or precious gems. However, honoring his word, he agreed to grant the man's wish. As the king's treasurer commenced the calculations, he diligently placed 1 grain of rice on the first square and 2 on the second, doubling the quantity with each subsequent square. To their astonishment, the numbers grew exponentially. By the time the 10th square was reached, the treasurer had amassed 512 grains of rice. After reaching the 20th square, an impressive amount of 524,288 grains of rice had accumulated. At the midpoint of the chessboard, the quantity skyrocketed to approximately 2.15 billion grains. When the treasurer reached the final square, the magnitude of the reward became evident. The king was obligated to provide the inventor with an astronomical amount, around 9.2 quintillion grains of rice. The accumulated grains of rice exceeded the king's entire rice production for centuries, but bound by his promise, he relinquished his throne and bestowed it upon the wise man who had devised the remarkable game. This legend serves as a reminder that even small, humble beginnings, when allowed to compound over time, can lead to outcomes beyond imagination. It underscores the extraordinary potential of steady growth, whether in financial investments, personal development, or other areas of life. Now let's look at some numbers to better understand how compound interest works. But first, welcome to Blue Chip Mindset, the winning mindset for success. This channel isn't for the lazy, so if you're not here to get inspired, you're in the wrong place. Without further delay, let's dive in, and if you enjoy the video or learn something new, please give it a like, and nothing I say is financial advice. Imagine a man named Jason, a 25-year-old with $2,000 in savings. By investing wisely and earning an average yearly return of 8%, Jason's money can grow significantly over time. Let's assume he invests in an index fund with a similar return. By the time he reaches retirement at 65, his initial $2,000 investment will have grown to a remarkable $43,450. That's more than a 2,000% return, demonstrating the power of compounding. Now let's dive into another fascinating example and witness the true potential of compounding. Let me introduce you to Michelle, a finance graduate with wit and a keen understanding of the financial world. Starting her journey at the ripe age of 25, Michelle secures a job with a handsome $5,000 monthly salary. With determination shining in her eyes, she fearlessly sets aside $1,000 each month, channeling her inner financial guru. Here comes the magical twist. Michelle wisely invests her hard-earned savings into the same index fund, which rewards her with an 8% yearly return. If she remains consistent with her investments, Michelle will become a millionaire by the age of 50, just within 25 years of investing. But wait, there's more. Michelle isn't one to rest on her laurels. She continues her monthly investments, fueling the compounding fire, and watches her wealth skyrocket. When she hangs up her hat at age 65, her investment empire reaches a mind-boggling $10.35 million. Let's wrap things up with the key takeaways. If you're under 25, you hold a major advantage in harnessing the power of compounding. Time is your secret weapon in the fight for financial freedom, not just for you, but for future generations as well. By getting started early, you're laying the foundation for long-term success. The choices you make today can create lasting wealth that spans across lifetimes, giving you the ability to build a legacy. Here's a little story to illustrate the point. Imagine three investors, Andrew, Stephanie, and Jeff. They all saved the same amount of money, $120,000 over 10 years, and got the same 7% return. Andrew started saving $1,000 per month from the age of 25 to 35. After that, he stopped making new investments but let his savings grow until he turned 65. Stephanie, on the other hand, didn't start saving until she was 35. She also saved $1,000 per month until she was 45 and then let her savings accumulate at a 7% return until she was 65. Finally, there's Jeff, who didn't start investing until he turned 45. He put $1,000 per month into his investments until his 55th birthday and then left it to grow at a 7% yearly rate until he was 65. Now here's the interesting part. Despite all three of them saving the same amount over 10 years and earning the same rate of return, their final investment values turned out quite differently. Andrew ended up with an impressive $1,444,969. Stephanie accumulated a net value of $734,549, and poor Jeff had a balance of only $373,407. So, what can we learn from all of this? Well, it's crystal clear that time is the most critical factor for young investors. As we saw with Andrew, who started investing at a young age, he ended up with the most impressive result. Starting early and consistently contributing to your savings or chosen investment vehicles for at least a decade can lead to remarkable outcomes. And here's the exciting part. By the time you reach 35, while your friends may struggle to make ends meet, you'll be enjoying the benefits of a well-established investment portfolio. If you take nothing else away from this video, remember this. The power of compounding isn't exclusive to the young. It works its magic at any age. Time is a powerful ally in building wealth, but even if you start later, the benefits of compounding can still create meaningful results. Every step you take toward financial growth adds up over time, no matter when you begin. So if you're watching this and you're in your 30s, 40s, or even 50s, don't worry, you can still reap the rewards of compound interest. Remember the age-old saying, better late than never. It's never too late to start making smart financial decisions and let the power of compounding work for you. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications.